my experience a little more like Steve's. I grew up getting all my affirmation on an athletic field. That's what people expected out of me. That's what they asked out of me. That's what they wanted. That's what I was able to deliver. And so all my interest and attention was driven in that direction. I was capable enough, as you were too, Steve, to do what I needed to do to get out of the grade I was in and get to the next one and the next one and the next one. But for me, the appeal was where I received the kudos, where I received the affirmation, and where I could express my leadership. I had always these desires to see things done a certain way, and in an athletic situation, I would solve problems. And that's conflict. It's an artificial form of conflict. And there are crises, one after another in a game, even in practice, even in interdynamic personal relationships in athletics. And I always was looking for solutions, crisis management. How can I make this thing work better with this guy? How can I get this guy to do this? And so I fulfilled those longings for leadership in that environment, and also the received affirmation there. Nobody cared whether I read a book. Nobody cared whether I gave a lecture. All they cared about was whether I pulled it off and led the team to a victory or whatever. So I followed that path. But I had the same experience you did. I walked into Dr. Charles Feinberg's office one day at Talbot Seminary, and he was off the charts, brilliant, knew about 35 languages, and amazing guy. And that changed my life. He instilled in me a passion to understand the Word of God, and it was always about that for me. It's still about that. The reason I read is because I want to know the truth more, better, clearer, broader. I want to understand it in all its fullness, and it's inexhaustible to me. I love it. I can't get enough of it. And I read biographies because I need to suffer the pain of comparison. I think it's good for my soul to feel small and insignificant and inadequate and wonder. When I was like 13, I picked up a book by E.M. Bounds called Power Through Prayer, and I couldn't even understand anybody who could wear holes in the floor with his knees. And then I got into some mystical things. Thomas A. Kempis, I read that, I thought, what is this? What is this stuff that people get so caught up in this praying that they get calluses on their knees, and that they pray for hours, and I live with this terrible spiritual inadequacy, sense of nothing. I don't feel anything like that. And I think through the years, going deep into some of these biographies and feeling the sort of personal inadequacy, and that I'm way over my head doing what I'm doing because I don't belong in a league with these kinds of people. Is good for my soul. It's on the one hand, you get a lot of promotion and all this, but the realities are brought to bear when you compare your life with John Rogers, you compare your life with William Tyndale, or you compare your life with William Carey or Robert Morrison, or pick a name. I need that. Yes. I need that to wash over my soul. So, but I don't really read to preach. I read to know and to understand, and then it all comes out.